5 months ago, when I started this YouTube channel, I had no idea that YouTube had started this super thanks thing where you can tip a creator. But now that I've gotten going, I'm getting some super thanks and I'm figuring out what to do with them. So I got a super thanks this morning that was a bigger one than normal, and they were asking for a reaction to this song. So I thought I would honor that. I'm not going to go too crazy with this whole reacting to super thanks thing, but I am definitely going to honor when a big one comes in and respond to it. This isn't about just me doing some quick money grab. You know, this channel, I actually have a mission for this channel. I'm looking to grow it big enough so that when I react to small up-and-coming artists, it can have an impact on their following, and we can like supercharge artists that are on their way up. Like, that's the mission of this channel. In addition to celebrating live, raw, visceral vocals, like that's what I'm all about. Any money coming into this channel is definitely going to help me get a video editor to help out with this channel. Like, that's definitely what I'm looking for next, because I'm excited about being able to create more content. But I'm running my singing business. I've got 8 instructors teaching with me. I've got a lot going on with my own clients that I teach. So any money that comes into this channel is going to be for me to be able to help get a video editor to work with, so then I can shoot even more videos. Like, that's kind of the whole goal here. So I really appreciate any of the memberships to Patreon and the super thanks. They're all helping the mission of this channel. So thank you so much, Jeans3030, for the super thanks. We're going to react to this one here. This is the 3rd song I've reacted to of Angelina Jordan's in like a 2-week time period. So very excited to hear this. I've reacted to another version of this song already, and I got tons of comments that people wanted me to react to this song as well. So Jeans3030, you're not alone in the desire to have me react to this. So here we go. I'm going to listen all the way through without stopping, then go back and do my vocal analysis. Fingers crossed that I don't get any copyright blocks for doing that. But here we go. I'm going to jump right in.
I stood you up on Valentine, gave you no reason why, decided I cut you off without a tear in my eye. I had to hide when I saw you on some table for 2. I knew I'd never see the sunshine with you, so I spent my night with the moon. I thought I told you I would miss up your heart. I warned you right from the start. Roses are red and violets are blue. You are a fool to try, 'cause I'm a bad Valentine. I'm a bad Valentine. Just had a feeling it was time to let the flowers die. Maybe I've gotten so mean to you, 'cause you're always so nice. You even smile when you were hurt, sugar-coated my words. When you shut up and breathe on fire and show me you're a fighter, oh, that's how you lost all your worth. I thought I told you I would miss you. Violets are blue, and you are a fool to try, 'cause I'm a bad Valentine. Should have known. If you only hear what you wanna hear, you're never gonna know me. Whoa, should have known. If you only see what you wanna see, I thought I told you I will miss of you. Roses are red and violets are blue. 'cause I'm a bad Valentine.
Like that.
No, 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 'cause I'm a bad Valentine.
Yeah. Woo! All right. Angelina Jordan, Bad Valentine. Wow, that was cool. You know, it's interesting that I was kind of expecting a little more of like an actual jazzy version of it, but this was still a little more in the contemporary commercial music world of vocal use, I would say, compared to like a jazz singer. And what does that mean, right? So there are a few differences between contemporary commercial music singing and jazz singing. Here they are. Number one, in jazz singing, you croon or slide more in between notes. Da, dwee, da, I've got you under my skin. Like it's very slidey and croony. In pop and R&B and soul and contemporary commercial music, there's more angular movements. It's more stepwise angular movements. It's not so croony, not so slidey. We also do a lot of backbeating in jazz, where you kind of don't say it in time, you sort of push it back a little bit. She does have some backbeating in this, and she does have some jazz elements in the vocals. We're going to go back and break that down now, but there's a lot of like R&B soul type of technique that she's using here. Very interesting. Maybe the jazzy thing was more about the piano being jazzy, but I do hear some jazz stuff in her vocals. This was an amazing vocal, super gritty. She's really a gritty singer now. It's very interesting hearing that aspect of her tone. Now I'm going to go back and break it down sound by sound. All right, here we go.
I stood you up on Valentine, gave you no reason why. Decided I cut you off without a tear in my eye.
All right, what's she doing so far vocally? Let me break this down a little bit for you. So here we go. What she's doing, she's got a decent amount of vocal fold closure. And what does that do to the tone? It gets it less windy sounding. She's not super windy here. She's super gritty, but she's not super husky in her tone. It's a little more of a pointed, brassy tone. So she's got a decent amount of adduction of her vocal folds. She also has a decent amount of thickening of them as well, which gives that brassy element. Now, you can hear the creakies. I guess I don't. She's doing a lot of what's called false vocal fold activation. That's not vocal fry. Some people confuse what she's doing there with vocal fry. That's not vocal fry. That's the false chords. If you're hearing a pitch alongside the distortion of the voice, then that's definitely not vocal fry. That's the false chords. When you hear vocal fry, it's a gurgly sound, and then as soon as the voice starts, it stops. That's how you can tell the difference. She's got creaky sounds while she's holding notes here, so that tells us it's false chord activation. Really texture. That's one of the main elements to making a textured tone, is you get the creaky false chords active. Very cool.
I had to hide when I saw you.
She has a lot of it. Hear that?
On some table for two. I knew I'd never see the sunshine with you, so I spent my night with the moon. I thought I told you I would miss up your.
I love how she mixed on her way up to that high note. I know I told. Like she got a little husky, a little airflowy, and then she got brassier again once she got to the top note. A lot of attitude, a lot of edge in this vocal performance, just like the other one I reacted to too. This one might even be more edgy.
I thought I told you I would miss up your.
That was good. Really good.
I warned you right from the start.
Notice how she has vibrato at the ends of long-held notes and phrases. The way her vibrato's coming in is reminiscent of, I think about like a throwback jazz singer like Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, Sarah Vaughan. It's got some similarities there.
Roses are red and violets are blue.
See right there, that sounded a little more R&B pop to me than jazz.
You are a fool to try.
Right there.
I'm a bad Valentine.
Okay, so why is she a bad Valentine? Like, I know that was something we talked about. I was kind of like, oh, I had like a more zoomed out take on the song interpretation before. And then somebody mentioned in the comments, like, Tim, you better read a little more detail. This is more maybe about her being so busy with her career that she's a bad Valentine or something like that. I've got to get into it. We're going to talk about that a little bit as we go here.
I'm a bad Valentine. Just had a feeling it was time
So creaky.
to let the flowers die.
Good.
Maybe I've gotten so mean to you, 'cause you're always so nice. You even smile when you hurt, sugar-coated my words.
So I'm studying this relationship we have here. You're always super nice. You're sugarcoating the words. Like, why? Like, what's going on here behind the scenes with this meme?
When you shut up and breathe on fire and show me you're a fighter. Oh,
That sounded jazzy right there. Hold on, let's check that out. Hold on, that was pretty jazzy.
when you shut up and breathe on fire and show me
That was
you're
jazzy.
a fighter. Oh, that's how you lost all your worth.
I love how she's mixing jazzy poppy stuff together. There is a little bit of jazz flavor right there. Like, that felt jazzy for sure. That little moment.
I thought I told you I will miss you. I was you right from the start.
I love her access to her upper register, that brassy, belty, the money note range there, tilting her head. She's letting her chest voice thin out properly. I call that gear 2 of the voice, or the upper chest contemporary register. You know, the money note, the like Celine Dion range notes. She's so good up there. So much clean brass. She doesn't force her voice, yet it's exciting and has power. Very, very good.
Roses are red, violets are blue, and you are a fool to try, 'cause I'm a bad Valentine.
One thing I would say is, as far as the grit use goes, it's one of those things. I think about texturing our vocal tone as like making a sauce. It's like kind of like cooking. And the elements that we put into our tone all have an artistic impact. And grit, like false chord grit like that, is a very strong spice to cook with. It's like some sort of curry or something. It's got a lot of bite to it. So you want to be mindful when you're using creaky door sound, how much you do it, because if you overuse it, it's just like way too much curry. It sort of overpowers the dish. As far as an expressive tool, what it does is it adds angst, it adds longing. She's using a ton of it here. Could she maybe temper it back a little bit? Yeah, maybe. I think she could pull it back a little bit, and that would make it more impactful. But she's really making it clear that this is a very angsty performance, a very angsty song, a lot of longing, a lot of just inside of it. And that's where that vocal choice is coming from.
'Cause I'm a bad Valentine, should have known. If you only hear what you want to hear, you're never gonna know.
Love this bridge.
Whoa, should have known. If you only see what you want to see, I thought I told you
Okay.
I will miss you.
Okay, I was waiting to go back and say some things, but man, it's so good. It's hard to stop. Ooh, Angelina, fantastic. All right, so let's check this out a little bit more here. Did you notice this bridge is really cool, by the way?
Should have known. If you only hear what you want to hear, you're never gonna know me.
See, very R&B soul pop style right here.
Whoa,
Especially there.
should have.
Her riffing is really good, really, really good. Listen to that riff again there. That was awesome.
You're never gonna know me. Whoa,
Very good.
should have known.
Love that tone quality change.
If you only see what you wanna see,
That mix.
I thought I told you I will miss you.
loved her mixing. Did you hear that? She backed off of the brass in her tone. She got into more of what's called CT dominance, cricothyroid dominance. She thinned out her thickening, her brassiness, which let in a little more airflow into the tone, made a little lighter sound, which then gave an impact more when she got into the brass. And so this is kind of what I'm talking about a little bit from a singer standpoint. Like if you overuse the vocal technique that you're playing with, then it just loses its impact. And you want to play with your textures of your tone quality a lot when you sing. The more tone quality diversity you have, the more potential you have to hold our attention when you're singing. So you want to mix things up. You don't want to be too gritty. You want to be gritty sometimes. You want to be husky sometimes. You want to be brassy sometimes. You want to be soft sometimes. Like you want to have all of these contrasts, and it just gives you more diversity in the vocal paintbrushes you use. But you do also have to understand that having a lot of diverse paintbrushes does say something stylistically. There will be some times where you do want to sing with less paintbrushes for an artistic purpose.
Should have known.
Yeah.
If you wanna see what you wanna see, I thought I told you I
Great.
will miss of you. I want you right from the start. Yeah.
All right, that was different right there. So she went up high and she mixed as well. Like she backed off on the brass. Did you notice that? This is that tone quality diversity I was talking about. She's changing things up more now. I would have even liked more of that in the beginning. She could have been softer at times, less gritty at times, and then brassier at times. You know, a little more contrast. Not that it wasn't working. It's just this is another layer.
If you wanna see what you wanna see, I thought I told you I will miss of you.
Here we go, listen.
I want you
Right there.
from the start.
Such a good mix. Nice riffing.
Roses are red and violets are blue. You are the joy, 'cause I'm a Valentine.
Love that mixing right there. So when we talk about mixing, we're talking about mixing the brassy element of the voice with the windy element of the voice. If it's all brass, that means that we're more on the thickened, muscularized side. If it's all wind, we're on the lighter, called cricothyroid. CT dominant is what we call it in voice pedagogy. And she's back and forth here. I love when she's getting sweet and light like this. It's really complicated when you've been super brassy to get into your light mix without there being little blips in the transition. She's very, very fluent in her mixing. Beautiful. Oh, so good. Did you notice how she kept that super small? She was very small. It's just like little, almost like an instrument, right? It's kind of like a, I don't know what instrument that would be, like a little piccolo flute or something, like just little notes. So good. That felt a little jazzy, by the way. So it's like jazzy and poppy.
Cause I'm a bad time.
Oh, I wouldn't have minded a little crazy riff there at the end, or maybe some like some little scatting or something. Has she ever scatted? Like what's, I kind of expected a little more of like a jet, like a real throwback version of the song. This one does feel kind of similar to the other one I reacted to some degree. There are obvious differences. She's holding things over a little bit longer. She's changing up the melody in certain parts. There's definitely some play. It's definitely not exactly the same. But, like I was kind of expecting like for there to be some scatting or something in there. Does she scat? I'm curious about that. Wow, she sounds really, really cool. Very cool. Thank you, Jeans3030, for the recommendation to react to this. This was really fun to listen to this. So this is my third Angelina Jordan reaction in like a 2-week time period. It's been really fun to get to know her. She's been requested a lot on the last 5 months of this channel. So I'm excited that I've finally gotten to react to her. I'm going to put her into the rotation. More to come from her. What's the next thing of hers that you'd like me to break down? Please leave it in the comments. And if you like this video, subscribe, click the notification to stay up to date, and come over and join the Patreon if you want to join the community. Bend my ear a little bit more on the next songs that I react to. Sending you all so much love. Thanks again. I'll see you soon. Cheers.